I call the honourable member for Longman.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And to help members opposite, my question is to the member for Curtin, the Foreign Minister. Will the minister advise the House of the steps the government is taking to ensure Australia's aid program is responsible, sustainable and affordable?
I call the Honourable the Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the member for Longman for his question, and I can inform the House that this afternoon at the National Press Club I launched the Australian Government's new aid policy and our new strategic direction for the $5 billion a year aid program that makes Australia one of the top 10 donors in the OECD world. And, Madam Speaker, I really want to thank the Deputy Leader of the Opposition for her full endorsement of our aid program, her media release, quote, "the Abbott government's fresh new approach on overseas aid." So thank you very much. I appreciate that. But what we're doing is we're focusing on our region. 90% of our aid budget will be focused on the Indian Ocean, Asia Pacific. And we're going to develop innovative ways to engage the private sector to promote economic development, to reduce poverty and lift standards of living in our region. And we'll put in place performance benchmarks and mutual obligations with partner countries, and we'll work for better results. And we're going to focus our aid investment on health and education, build capacity in workforces, infrastructure and, importantly, empower women and girls. So it is a fresh new approach. No more raiding the aid budget to cover Labor's blowout in onshore, that's right, onshore processing costs, $740 million ripped out of the aid budget to cover their blowouts in the immigration budget. Now, you would have thought that having left the interest bill of $1 billion a month on their borrowings, you would have thought that Labor would have some responsible approach. But yesterday I couldn't believe it when the member for Kingsford Smith recommitted Labor to increase the aid budget by $16 billion. Where's the money coming from? More debt. But you shouldn't expect too much from the member for Kingsford Smith. Don't expect too much, because back when he was in government, he was telling us that he was eminently qualified to be the Parliamentary Secretary, this is serious, the Parliamentary Secretary for Pacific Island Affairs because he regularly swims at Sydney's beaches. There it is. He's an expert on the Pacific because he goes swimming in Sydney. What next? You're a Pacific expert because you can see Fiji from your electorate? Madam Deputy Speaker, the Australian government will deliver a responsible, affordable, sustainable aid budget, and I thank the Deputy Leader of the Opposition for her endorsement of it.
I call the